Hello guys, and boy do I have a story for you today. I haven't made one of these videos in a while, so comment potato if I said make more or something. I don't know. I would try to go quick so this video was in 20 minutes or something like the last one. Just try to keep up. So, story. Me and my friends go to the movies pretty often whenever like a new movie comes out or something, and usually we go to the theater. One of us ends up being late, but we go inside, watch the movie, and leave. That's it. But there's been a few weird exceptions, alright? So, when the movie Free Guy came out, and we went to go see that, and we were watching it, after like an hour or something, we were like right about to hit the climax, like the interesting part of the movie, like at the end, where there's like fighting and stuff, and then boom, fire alarm goes out. And everyone looked around for a second, but ain't nobody care about the fire alarm. Like, who does the sad think we are? People that actually value their lives? Like, no, literally nobody moved, and we all just sat in the theater and continued watching the movie. But after a few minutes, the employees came and kicked us out. They like made us like go out the fire exit, and the entire theater, or well, just our theater, we were just standing right outside the theater for like 10 minutes, and then we got bored, so we just poked our heads through the fire exit and watched the movie from like 2 feet away. It was really weird. After that, the employees kicked us out again, and then we walked around to the front of the building to like the entrance of the cinema, and there was like everyone there from all the other theaters. Everyone was just like waiting there. There were like 200 people at least. And then a few minutes later, we heard fire trucks, and the fire trucks came, and then like 10 guys came out of the fire trucks and just sprinted into the building. I don't know if there's like a fire or something. I didn't see any fire. There was like no smoke or nothing. So I don't know why they were like panicking and stuff. But they ran in. Then a few minutes later, some dude came out like with a suit. I don't know if he like owned the theater or something. I don't know, but he looked important. But he came out, and then he started explaining why he had to get kicked out of the theater and all that stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I did not hear anything of what he said. I was not paying attention, okay? There were like 50 people in front of me and behind me, and I was like in a Clash Royale clan war game. I was not paying attention. I don't know what he said. But whatever it was, it wasn't that big of a deal, because a few minutes later, they just let us back in the theater, and they replayed the movie from like half an hour ago, so that way we didn't like miss anything. But by the time we got back, like half the people from the theater left because they didn't know that we were going to get to go back and watch the movie. So the theaters were like all half empty. It was just like an empty theater. We had to like mostly to ourselves. And we sat down and watched the rest of the movie in peace. And it was awesome. Is what I would say if Dante wasn't there. So Dante, being the genius he is, decided, I'm going to take my jumbo popcorn box and I'm going to throw it. And he took it and he yeeted it at us. Popcorn went flying everywhere. It was like 9/11, but instead of people, there was just popcorn. I shouldn't say that actually. He threw popcorn, then we threw popcorn, and then there was just popcorn everywhere on the floor, and it was a nightmare. But then, after that, we went home. I think I found some popcorn in my sweatshirt or something. For a while, that's been like the weirdest thing that's ever happened at a movie theater, alright? That was a pretty weird thing. That was a pretty weird story. But it's finally been dethroned, or was dethroned, last week when we went to see Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We pull up to the movie theater. A little bit of context, so this makes more sense. The way me and my friends see movies, instead of like all of us paying for our own tickets, one person pays for everyone's tickets, and it's like a different person every time. So sometimes I pay for all the tickets, sometimes Jimmy pays for all the tickets, sometimes Dante pays for all the tickets. It like switches. And this time it happened to be Dante's turn to pay for the tickets. So Dante had all the tickets. We all get in. We go to the place where you scan the ticket so they can let us in. Dante scans the tickets. We get in and watch the movie like normal people, and everything is fine. Is what I would say if Dante wasn't there. So Dante goes to scan the tickets, and it doesn't work. So he scans it again, and it doesn't work. And he scans it like 10 more times, and it still doesn't work. So he looked at the ticket, and then he like read it a little more closely, and he made an interesting observation. The tickets he bought were for a different movie theater, one at the mall, 15 minutes away from where we were. So we started to panic because we didn't want to miss the movie. So Dante called his parents, and then they came, and they told us they were going to bring us to the mall to the theater so we could watch it. And I don't know how they did this, but they managed to fit like 7 people in one car, which is very impressive. There was Dante, me, Jimmy, Ahmad, and Evan, all fully grown teenagers, and then both of Dante's parents as well. So like 7 people, and we all somehow fit inside the car. I don't know how it happened. It was like a miracle or something. But anyways, we drove 15 minutes later. We got there, and we got out. We sprinted to the theater. We make it past the entrance, and then like a security guard just like goes up to us and is like, hey, and we stop and we're like, huh? And then he points at Evan, who's holding his iced tea, and he's like, what kind of drink is that? I guess he thought it was like alcohol or something, because like Evan was like, oh, it's iced tea, and the guy's like, oh, okay. And then he let us walk by, and then he's like, wait, and we look and we're like, what? And he's like, how old are you? And we're like, 15. And he's like, oh, you guys aren't allowed to be in here unless you're 17. And we're like, what do you mean? We literally came here like a few months ago, and you guys are fine. He's like, oh no, it's a new rule. No one's allowed to stay here without someone 17 or older past 6 p.m. And we're like, what? That's the stupidest thing ever. We literally already paid for the tickets, and now you're gonna tell us that we can't watch the movie unless we have someone 17 or older to watch it with us. And then he's like, okay, you know what? Go talk to that guy at the desk over there. And there's like some guy at like a desk. So we walk over there, and the guy stops us. The guy at the desk is like, yo, you guys got any IDs? And we're like, what? No, why would we have IDs on it? And he's like, well, you can't see the movie. And we're like, but we already paid for the tickets. He's like, are you 17? And we're like, no. And he's like, then you can't see the movie. And we're like, bruh. So Dante calls his parents again, and his mom like runs into the theater as he's like talking to like the security person dude. And as this is happening, the guy at the desk points at him. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And then Evan's just sitting there with his iced tea, and he's like, huh? And then the dude's like, no drinks allowed inside the movie theater. And we're just like, bruh. So we had to like go outside and like think of what to do. And we decided we weren't gonna watch the movie there because the theater is stupid. Because like, I mean, they got rules. Come on, that's just unacceptable behavior at that point. So what we decided to do is, instead of watching the movie, we reschedule it to watch the movie the next day, and we ended up just eating at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was pretty epic. I had lots of food. It was nice. And then the next day, we go in, we have the actual correct tickets. Dante pays or scans or whatever. We get in and we watch the movie. And then we get out, go home, and everything went fine. Is what I would say if Dante wasn't there. So Dante and Jimmy, as we were walking away from the theater, I didn't hear what they were saying. They were probably debating about sports or something like that, because they get all political and stuff when you offend their favorite sports team. And Jimmy was repping his brand new Yankees hat that he got. And then I don't know what he said to offend Dante, but Dante, being the genius he is, grabs Jimmy's hat, sucks it like a frisbee. It flies to like the leads like near the roof and gets stuck on a place where we can't get it. It gets stuck somewhere like 20 feet in the air where we can't get it. So then Jimmy has to like run to the staff people and like ask them to bring down the hat that's stuck in the roof. I wasn't there. I like left like 5 minutes after this. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna deal with this. But what Jimmy told me was they had to wait till the movie theater shut down, and then they got a ladder and they climbed up and got his hat from the leads next to the roof. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was an interesting experience. I don't know why I have lots of weird experiences at the movie theater. I'm pretty sure the last video was also in a movie theater. That's pretty much it. Like, subscribe. Yeah, I don't know. Just outro.